During the Second World War, thousands of men trained at Barksdale Air Force Base, then called Barksdale Field. Many of them never came home. Tonight, Rick Rose shares the story of an air disaster that the citizens of Garland City, Arkansas will never forget. It's tonight's Hometown Patriots.
This is the jump-off. This is Operation Homecoming, the last official mission of the All-American 82nd Airborne Division.
It was a day like none other. Our boys were coming home, millions of them from battlefields all over the world. And yet, not everyone who said, "I'll serve," was there that homecoming day.
We know that they were all young men. I think the oldest one was 25. I think only one was married and had a child.
On a cold February morning in 1945, 13 young pilots and bombardiers and navigators took off from Barksdale Field on a routine training mission. 6 planes practicing formation flying, something they would be doing soon over the skies of Japan or Germany. As they approach Garland City, Arkansas at 3,500 feet, something goes terribly wrong.
And when Lieutenant Hannigan came up like this to practice getting back into formation, he got a little too close. The prop wash caused him to lose control of the left side of his plane, and he crashed into the rear of Lieutenant Scott's plane. And then they locked and fell out of the sky together.
Pierce Purifoy was a little boy. His father takes him to the site.
And he said, "Now we're going to get out." But he said, "Now let me tell you something," pointed his finger at us. He said, "I don't want you to pick up nothing, move nothing, plane debris everywhere."
All 13 young flyers were dead. Their bodies taken to a garage, now a makeshift morgue in Garland City. A full-scale investigation from Barksdale followed, of course. But unfortunately, this kind of crash was not unusual, especially with the B-26 bomber, the Marauder.
They were called flying coffins, and they were called widowmakers because they had to be, you had to take off and you had to land at full speed. And these 13 men, none of them had a chance. You know, they gave it all.
Hundreds of airmen training at Barksdale during the war gave it all. This crash is largely forgotten until a local resident notices something on a trip down a levee.
Picking this stuff up and realizing what it was. You know, it was aircraft aluminum. That's all it was. There was no steel to speak of. There was plexiglass. There was gauge glass. The little bottle that I showed you, just little personal items that there's no other explanation for them to be down there. It's a very fragile glass bottle that survived both the impact in the air and the impact with the ground. Very moving when I found this because of how personal an item it is.
80 years later, residents of Garland City are planning to build a monument to these 13. Men who never had their parade, never had the hugs and kisses. 13 lives ended almost before they really began.
But we've got to remember these guys. Hollowed ground, it's hollow because of the sacrifice of life that these men made for their country. And was it Abraham Lincoln that said the last full measure of devotion? And that's what they did. Right there. Right where those clouds are, right there. 3,500 feet up, 200 knots.
Those guys gave their lives for this country. They never were in battle, they never fought, but they gave their lives just as surely as a soldier on the battlefield who had been killed gave their lives.
If you'd like to nominate a hometown patriot, go to ktbs.com/hometownpatriot or send an email to hometownpatriot@ktbs.com. Still ahead tonight, we introduce you to a super athlete who is racking up accomplishments